Alright, howdy there everybody. Hopefully everybody's staying good, staying safe, staying inside, most importantly. And if you do gotta keep driving, stay inside your truck. That is your home after all. Stay home, everybody. Make it easier on everybody else that has to be out there. Um, I don't think, us staying home is going to prevent coronavirus, but it's going to give us a good fighting chance and give the medical experts a chance to help us all. It's going to, give a huge relief on hospitals and whatnot. Imagine if all of us went into mass gatherings at once and everybody got sick at once, opposed to, a few people getting sick here and there as it's been happening. Obviously, we're talking about thousands, but we could be talking about millions potentially. So, other than that, I'm here at Anheuser Busch Brewery, getting loaded for some beer. That's kind of the scenario. We're going to be heading down to Tennessee. It's pretty late, so I'm not too excited about driving late. Anyways, if you haven't, this is a new OT rookie hat. I'm going to be making some more trucker hats. They are embroidered. I've done it with Dadich Print in St. Louis. I'm going to put their info in the description in case you are interested into getting some embroidery done. One thing I don't like is that it takes a while. I had to wait like 2 weeks to get them done, so I'm not a fan of that. Other than that, the quality is great. People are awesome. Nothing bad to say about that. Really, I would highly recommend it to everybody. But it takes a while, which I'm just not a fan of. Which maybe that's the same case everybody everywhere else, but I don't know. Other than that, we're getting loaded here. We're waiting. It's still red. They haven't really even started pushing in a trailer. It's been raining here and there a little bit. With this whole coronavirus, man, it's been a mess. Like, this whole thing has been a mess. And I don't know. I say, just kind of try to stay inside. And then for myself, for these last few weeks, I haven't even been showering at the truck stops. I try to stay away from getting in contact with too many people. What I have been doing is using these wipes. You might have seen them on the truck stops. I got these on Amazon. They're like $18 for a pack of 24 for wipes. It's not the cheapest, but they're good. They're big wipes. Wipe yourself down. It's what you have to do. Sometimes you don't get to take a shower. And, in these times, I don't think the risk is even worth it. Obviously, if you're on the road for a month, you'll probably want to take a shower eventually. And you should at least once a week, or two times a week. But, for us guys that are on the road 4 or 5 days, I think it's tolerable to take care of yourself this way and not have to put yourself and others at risk, as far as that goes. And then as far as Anheuser here, I'm going to show you guys how I scale out. Hopefully my GoPro charges it by the time they're done, which I'm sure it will because they are taking forever. And then I'll show you how you scale out. My fuel is full, and they're basically loading you up to max, which is like 45.5 for me, I believe. We're going to see on our way out. And then, yeah, there's not much else going on. I'm just going to be doing short runs. There's no loads. It's horrible right now for truck drivers. But I've done something with this that I guess I'll show you. I've riveted this thing together. I used to have a rubber band that holds this closed, but it was still open. What I done right here, I just used this. I got these like 1/4-inch rivets from Harbor Freight and that big riveter gun. Awesome thing to have. I also riveted a bunch of panels on the truck. As you can see, it's kind of messy in here. Trying to keep it clean. Got the cooler water, Gatorade, Lysol wipes, your bed, just your usual stuff. I mean, there's not much going on in here. This is kind of like every night deal. And then for people who think this is my dash cam, this is my live view from my GoPro, if I do have it posted up while I'm driving. And then up here, if somebody asks how do you mount your microwave, it just sits here. And surprisingly, it doesn't open or anything. It does fine. And then here is my gloves. I have my mask down here. It's my propane stove, my toaster. And I installed some LED lights here, as you can see. Pretty neat. And then up here, since I don't have a light here, I only have one here, but it's not that bright. For example, here, I'll shut the light off and show you what it's like without this light. All right. Here, let me just set this down. And I'll shut the thing off to show you what it's like without it. So this light, this is what it's like in here without that additional light. Gotta shut this thing off as well. So this is just the factory light up here. So this is what it's like. And then if I turn on this, there's a pretty huge difference. This light was like 20 bucks at Harbor Freight. And even without that, I mean, this thing is bright. Much worth it. I'll probably install one later here as well. It's just a 12-volt light. It's one of those portable magnetic ones. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'm not going to be talking too much more. We're going to get loaded here, and then we'll catch you guys on the way out on the scale. So, later. Alright, let's see. Put our gloves on. See what kind of stacking they got going on in here. Pretty solid gloves. Got 6 pairs. Home Depot for cheap. Nice. They're not kegs. I hate hauling kegs. Always got to take these straps out. When you're hauling kegs, it can be a real pain, because those things will be falling all over the place. It's just funny how no matter what you do, how you do it, somebody is always going to criticize it. Could be doing something the most amazing way possible, and somebody's gonna come and say, well, there's this way. There's always a better way or a different way, whatever. Is that the way I'm doing it? No. Am I open to learning? Of course. But there's definitely a lot of time a difference between somebody wanting to help and somebody being a smart. You know the rest. Let's see. What I like to do is I usually carry my lamp with me. Relax it a little bit and then start wrapping. Good enough. Yeah, this lamp here, I mean, they have a light here, but a lot of times, if you can see that, have this little lamp, because sometimes there's no light whatsoever on the dock. So you still gotta do what you gotta do. Secure the load. These are cornered so it doesn't damage the Freight, obviously, but I mean, that looks solid to me. So basically what you want to do is, usually when you're sliding, you want to slide your wheels so your furthest back wheels are underneath the load, which obviously, this being here, my wheels can't even go this far out. So I'm just going to slide them all the way forward as far as they can go, and that should give me the numbers I need on the scale. 34, 34, 12 being the max legal limit. Let's see. So we're gonna slide this thing and then we'll catch you at the scale. Got hiccups. Make sure after you slide everything's good. Every time you slide, excuse me, you should check all your pins, make sure they're locked out. Excuse me, 2 times, because last thing you want is your pins not locked out. Slam your brakes, and there goes your axle left behind you. Everything's good. Getting seated, leave the door open because they want to check it, and then seal it. Yeah, excuse me. We got a night of driving, or I might just stop, take my break, and then drive tomorrow because it's a later delivery anyways. Could use a new door panel. We'll see. Excuse me. Yeah, I could use some lights to get replaced, but I can't find LED ones, and I don't feel like replacing with the same ones. Let's see what numbers we get. I think here, if you are gross under like 78 something, or maybe even 79, they send you back to get loaded up a little bit more. I'm sure this wind is, it's hard for you to hear me from the wind, but you know, not much I can do. Well, I can't close the window. Good. Okay. So we're sitting at 12, 2, 31, and rear is 35. So we're gonna slide a rear by, like, let's do 3 holes. And rescale. I believe each hole is like 300 pounds. So if I slide 3 holes per side, that should be 1,800 pounds. So we'll see how that does. my lamp. Let's check this out. So basically, count what hole you're on. We're on hole number 2 from there, so 1, 2, and we want to go 3. So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go to 4th one. I want to skip 3, so I'm gonna give my shot on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 6th one, which is about 1.5 feet. 6th one, like a full step. So let's pull this out and slide and give it another shot. Since you can't see the holes yourself, what I usually do is I orient myself on a step and a spot on the floor. So let's say it was 2/3 of the step is what I need. I'm gonna say, okay, that is right there. I need that to be right there. Let's check that out. And I don't release them until I see that it's close to hole number 6. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's right in there. You can't see it, but it's actually right in here. If I'm not mistaken, it's on this one. And then, so what you do is release the air, so the pins are about to drop out, and then basically there's no way for the pin to skip more. Whatever the next one is, once you slide, that's what it's gonna hit. So we're thinking our number 6 is what we're wanting to be on. So let's see. So brake is still set. I'm gonna go forward. Heard it walk out. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And now we're gonna go scale and see how good or how bad we did. It's not really a perfect formula, you just kind of guess and estimate. I might even have to slide my 5th wheel because I have some weight on my drive tires, I mean my steer, and I just pushed some more weight forward. So once I see how my weight is sitting as of now, then I might have to slide my 5th wheel as well to make it work, because you know, getting scaled out 46 almost, it's hard to get all of your numbers right because that's a lot of weight to distribute. We're like 35 in the rear. $33.6. Yeah, 32.8. I'm gonna have to slide a 5th wheel to push those 300 pounds onto the drives. Let's do that and catch you guys later. All right, everyone, after messing around with that for some time, finally made it work. Had to slide that 5th wheel a little bit to send some of that weight back to free up my drive, I mean my steer. It made it work. I mean I'm under 79 gross, so definitely doable, but it takes a minute. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys kind of how I do it, how the scaled out, what it is like to haul some of these heavier loads. And now we're gonna stop here and see if I'll be driving for the night or I'll be taking a break. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys on the next one.